Capricorn, welcome to the tarot room. My name is Robyn. And Capricorn, today, let's do your December 2025 monthly reading. Let's see what's going on this month, Capricorn. Let's see what we tap into. Let's get ahead of the energy. Let's see what's, oh dear, well, we have to the sea. Let's see if we're coming in this month. Let's see if we're coming into that or coming out of that. We're going to find out, but let's get ahead of the energy. Let's see what you can expect in December. We have Jupiter. That's a very lucky energy. I think we're coming out of the to the sea, so it's confidence, courage, belief, and luck. A little bit of lady luck coming through here in December for you, Cappy. And I just saw the Wheel of Fortune. So let's see what's going on. Let's see what's taking place. Let's get into here. Well, we have the sun. So we start this with Leo. Whoa. Wow, there's a message coming in that's going to brighten the day. Change your mood here, Cappy. We have the Page of Cups and the Sun. So we have a very positive message. Good news coming in from the big talking head. But the Page of Cups is wishes, it's dreams, it's happy news. Could be someone younger, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. The Sun is Leo energy, but good news is on the way. And there's the Five of Cups. Ooh, I think this is an opportunity you're not going to want to miss here, Cappy. Let's see what this Page of Cups... What is my problem? Hold on, my cards are not like... I'm not... A little pyramid's not a pyramid. Okay, hold on. Let's get the rest of the cards on the table. Magician. Manifestation coming in. Could be more communication. We'll see. But Hermes energy, Gemini energy in the building. Magician. Could be prosperity and abundance. There's a lot of lushness around this guy. A lot of yellow. Yellow's happiness, enlightenment. Can we get the cards on the table here? Let's cut the deck, Capricorn. And Cat, for those of you who are interested, I am back open for personal readings. If you'd like one, the link is in the description box below. All right, let's get the cards on the table. The Six of Pentacles. Okay, Six of Pentacles, this could be good. I got a feeling like the Six of Pentacles could also be the card of charity. It can be a card of having enough money to give, to donate. You could be doing some charity work this week, this month. Whoa, okay, hold on. That was a lot more cards than I want. There's the Four of Swords. Hold on, Capricorn. Because so there's the Six of Pentacles, and there's the Page of Pentacles is in reverse. There's the World. It's the end of that. Ah. The Tower and the Death are how we end your reading. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What is that? Okay. There's the Four of Swords with the Two of Wands. Really thinking about what you want. The Four of Swords and the Two of Wands is really thinking about what you want here. All right, let's start this reading. Let's see what's going on. Buckle up here, Capricorn, the Sun and the Page of Cups. What's this? The Six of Swords is in reverse. The Empress. You're in the Empress energy. What's up, Empress? Emperor, if you're a dude. There's the World is in reverse. You feel like you're not living up to your fullest potential here. There's the Five of Cups. You, Capricorn, feel like you're not... So it's like if you have a life plan, like you want to be a millionaire by 30, you're 30, you're not a millionaire. You know, if you want to be married by 35, you're turning 35 at the end of the month and you're not married. There's this element where you're not where you want to be in your life and your goals and something that you want within yourself here. So you're not where you want to be here starting the month of December. And you're not happy about that. Okay. And there's the Fool. That's what you're trying to figure out. It could revolve around money and being very stable here. Or with this Four of Pentacles, you could be holding back. We're going to see. But we're starting this month with you just not where you want to be. You haven't accomplished a goal. Like you might have a light, like whatever that would be, right? You're just not where you want to be here. You haven't accomplished what you wanted to accomplish, Capricorn. And that's how we start December. Like I said, you're just feeling a little out there. Little, you know, well... What do I gotta do? There's the Ten of Swords. Well, there's the Six of Wands. What do I gotta do to get to where I want to go? So the Ten of Swords is there. There could have been a lot of betrayals, could have been a lot of painful endings, or again, you're just feeling frustrated. So let's move into this Magician energy because, you know, the best thing to do is to realize the power you have. Adjust your manifestation, adjust something that you're doing. What's the Magician energy? Maybe it's taking your power back, realizing the power you have. Maybe it's communication. What is the Magician for, Capricorn? What is this? The World. The Emperor. Whoa. We have the Empress and the Emperor here. There's the Six of Swords. There's the Fool. Okay, there is absolutely 100% two different ways to interpret that. There's the Four of Cups. What's with that? Page of Wands. There's a message. There's the Seven of Wands. There's the Tower. a surprising message is coming through for you here, Capricorn, and the Two of Wands, and we're gonna see how it goes. If this is a relationship and you guys wanted love, you wanted to be married, we have the Emperor and we have the Empress. Power couple alert, power couple alert. So this is a fresh start in love. And with the cards here, this is the World, the Emperor, the Fool, and the Six of Swords. This is the love of your life. This is the person you're going to grow old with. This is the person you're going to live with. This is the person you're going to marry. If you don't want to get married, just common law. This is that person. Now, for others of you, I actually feel it's emerging of your feminine and your masculine energy, and it's creating an opportunity, a little bit of a ripple. It's creating opportunities for you. So with the Magician and it could be self-employment. It could be definitely self-employment. It could also just be a new job or a new career front, or maybe you're just moving across the world and just having a fresh start here, Capricorn. But there's that element where you're being the magician in your life, right? Neo, Trinity merging together to create that magic. The Empress and the Emperor merging together to become the magician. So you're just really seeing your manifestation coming through merging and realizing and understanding your potential. But either way, there is a fresh start and an opportunity coming through into your life. And it is an opportunity that's going to change the course of the path that you're on, right? It's the Jupiter energy. You're going to feel lucky. You're going to feel blessed. It is an opportunity that you can't refuse, but it's what you've been waiting for. It's what you wanted, right? However we started this, you weren't getting what you wanted. You weren't getting where you wanted to go. And you kind of get there here, and it starts in the month of December. But we have this Six of Pentacles here. So let me understand the Six of Pentacles. I feel like you've learned your lesson. I feel like you're a giver here, Capricorn. You might have had a very unbalanced relationships in the past. Or you might have had, you have. Or if this is career for you, there's Judgment. However it applies to you, whether this is career or love, I feel it's either career or love for you. You're not, let me just say this, you're not making the same choices or the same mistakes that you made in the past. Let's say if this is a relationship, maybe you spent all the money, you paid for all the dates, you planned everything, you paid for every vacation, you bought the house, you bought the car, you paid for the gas, you paid for everything. You're not doing that anymore. You're going to make sure that this is 50-50. You're going to make sure that this is a balanced connection. You're planning the dates, they're planning the dates. You're paying gas, they're paying gas. You want to make sure that it's given, like it's an equal give and take. So I have a feeling you're that type of person that might go and bend over backwards to help people. You could just be very caring, very giving. And you're not anymore. You've learned from that in the past. And now if this is business, you're going to make sure you are not being underpaid. You're not being undervalued. You're going to be looking at, let's say you're a therapist, you're doing counseling, you're a life coach, you're doing life coaching, you're going to look at the competition, you're going to be setting your rates at the proper amount. No pro bono, because Capricorn has bills to pay. You're going to charge for your service accordingly. Or if it's a business and it's a job, then you're going to make sure you're not being underpaid and you're being properly paid. You're in a university, you got a doctorate, you've been in 10 years of education, you demand a certain wage and you're not going to accept less. So there's this element here where however it applies, you're going to be adjusting the way that you're doing this, and you're going to be making sure that it's balanced and this is fair to you here, Capricorn. Then we have the Tower and the Death. Okay, let's see what that is. Let's see what this is. What is this? It could be just what is this? What is the Tower and the Death here? The Emperor, it's you. Okay, you are presenting, I'm saying the Three of Wands, you getting what you want. Wow, okay, there's you, the Devil. Capricorn, here's the thing, you're surprised. Because it works, baby, right? You said no, you stood your ground, you negotiated, and it worked. So changing the way that you were doing it, is working out into your favor. Waiting for them to plan the date, not offering to pay, letting them pick up the paycheck. That type of thing, it's working. And you're surprised. It's like, wow. So I get this energy, and it's not, I don't want to say you don't want to be kind, but sometimes if you're too kind, people will take you for granted. You want to create that balance. You don't want to be too kind. You don't want to be too cruel. You want to create that balance. Because if you're too cruel, you're just miserable. No one's going to like you. If you're too kind, they might not like you. They're going to take advantage of you, though. So it's that balance, and it's creating that balance. And I feel like you've mastered that element, and you're surprised that this worked. And if it's business, right, and you're the Emperor, and you're negotiating, you're charging what you think you should be charging, or you're like, wow, this worked. I'm surprised. Like, you didn't expect it to work, but you also didn't want to go through what you went through before. So changing it up, doing it differently, standing up for yourself, Capricorn, not putting yourself last, and making sure that this is a fair partnership or deal for you has really surprised you. you surprised yourself this month because it worked out, and maybe you didn't think it would, maybe you were afraid. It's like your first sales call and you show up and you think you're gonna get rejected, but you get the sale and you're like, that's what's up. And that's what's up. So big luck, lady luck is on your side this month, Capricorn. There's a big shift in your energy. One could even say a timeline shift. You could be jumping onto a new timeline and in a new path here, but luck is on your side. So whether this is business or career, this is going to be long-term. This is going to bring a lot of prosperity. But most of all, and what I feel is it's fair to you, and it's an equal partnership, which is what I feel is important. I was just about to ask what's hidden, and the moon came out. Okay, so what's being hidden? What isn't Capricorn seeing in December that you want Capricorn to see here in December? What isn't Capricorn seeing that you want them to see here? The Eight of Swords is in reverse. The Six of Pentacles. That things are going to change. They want the Four of Cups. So the Eight of Swords in reverse and the Six of Pentacles. What you don't see is things are about to level out for you. The playing game is being fair. You're not on Squid Games. You're the game master. You're the Emporium master. So things are evening out for you. Karma's coming to restore things, right? You're letting go of the selfishness energy, the lack of equal give and take. So balance is being restored to the Force in your life here. You're, Yoda and Luke Skywalker, but that's what you don't see is the next connection or job or business you start is going to be fair to you. What I feel is you may have felt like things have not been fair in the past, but that is changing. And this is the month that they change for you here, Capricorn. Okay, that's what I got. Let's see if we got some advice. What's the advice for Capricorn? We already know well, I feel like the advice would be I feel like you're already doing it differently though. So you're already follow your heart, trust your intuition, the Ace of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. Be strategic and follow your heart. What's the Seven of Swords? Six of Pentacles, yeah. The advice is to know that when you give people an inch, they'll take a mile. It's human nature. It's not personal. Sometimes it is, but most of the time it's not personal, especially if this is a business reading. The advice here is to follow your heart and stay true to yourself. Make sure that you're just negotiating equality and fairness for you. So stay true to yourself, trust your intuition, and don't take the attempt, I guess, maybe to underpay you or whatever. If that's business, don't take it personal if it's a business reading. It's just business. But you're going to take that attitude now too, and you're going to make sure it's fair for you. Okay. All right. So Capricorn, let's grab some oracles. Let's see what they want to say. And then we'll jump back into the tarot. We'll do a potential outcome. And we'll see if you take this opportunity, we know you've taken it, but we'll see how it's playing out for you, how things are going, how things are progressing, where you are in a month. But first of all, let's see what you need to surrender to here in December when it comes to this, low self-esteem. Maybe you didn't think you were worth it or something here. You are worth it. So you deserve success, love, and abundance. Set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem. Damn Skippy. Let's grab the life advice here, Capricorn. What is the life advice for Capricorn? What's the life advice here for Cap? A gate of opportunities. So pass through the gate of opportunities where new paths unfurl with boundless potential. The unlimited potential with whatever's coming through here, whether it's career or love for you, Cap. And then we have higher wisdom. So explore options and learn what you can in order to expand your horizons. You should always be learning, always be reading, always be improving. Okay. I want to grab the Akashic Records and we'll jump back into the tarot and we'll see how things are playing out for you. Spirit guides, how's Capricorn doing? What's the Akashic Records? Okay. All right, let's see. That's not even English. Hold on, Capricorn. Let's just read the cards. What do we have? Gentle. Gentleness is not a weakness. It is a powerful force. Treat the world with gentleness and the world will be gentle in return. It's like a spring breeze that warms and comforts. And patience. There's true wisdom in being patient with all things. It's like planting flowers. It does take time to bloom. So keep working hard while waiting and you will reap the fruits of success. So patience will make your life more exciting. Okay. All right, Capricorn. Let's do it. Let's get down to it. Let's get your potential outcome. Now, when I say potential, There's always free will. You're going to make the decisions you're going to make. And when I say outcome, let's see where you are in the month of January. Let's see how this relationship going, this business is going, this new job is going. Let's see. We have the Ace of Swords. Okay. That is the card of success. It's the card of truth. It's the card of clarity. What's on the other side? The Six of Cups. You successfully accomplished something here. Okay, it could be a life goal. Remember, I felt like the Five of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Seven of Wands. You're determined. There's the Nine of Pentacles. There's the Three of Cups. You are enjoying life. Life is grand in Capricorn land. Remember at the beginning, we kind of felt like you hadn't kind of like accomplished your goals. You weren't where you want to go. Well, you are now, because the Ace of Swords and the Six of Cups is there. So you've accomplished that goal, that life theme, what it was that you felt was eluding you or you hadn't accomplished yet. Now you're feeling like you have, like you're feeling successful, you're feeling pride, right? You're feeling that proud energy. What I feel this element here is there's still, the Five of Pentacles is anchoring this. So it tells me that there's still worries, fears, challenges with finances, right? Let's say this is a commission job. Maybe you're not getting your first commission until February, but I don't feel it's finance. I actually feel it's more about maybe the self-esteem or the lack of confidence or feeling like things aren't fair. It's just a little bit of whether it's self-doubt, self-connotation, negative thinking. It's always going to be there, and I still feel it's there. Maybe you don't have confidence in yourself. Maybe you're worried the relationship's not going to work. Maybe you don't know if your coaching skills are up to par. But you're not giving up, right? The negative thought, the worry comes in, the fear comes in. You acknowledge it and you just shoo it on its way. You're not going to let it stop you. There's a very motivated energy because once you see that progress, right? You found this person, you found the person you want to spend your life with. You're determined to make this work. You're going to make sure that, they're feeling respected and appreciated. They know that you're in this. They know you're committed, right? If this is a business, if it's a job, you're going to be determined to make it work. You're going to create the success. Nothing is going to stop that. There's a very strong element of determined and resilient energy here, Capricorn. You're bound to determine because now you can see the goal, the finish line, what it was that you wanted. And no matter where we go in life, how successful we are in life, how great we are in life, we still have fears, worries, anxieties. They're still there. However, in this reading, they are anchoring this. That's right in the center, which means they're very prevalent to you. Maybe you're worried this person's going to cheat on you. You're worried they're going to break your heart. You're worried you're going to have financial troubles again. So it's just acknowledging those worries. You don't want to ignore them. You don't want to suppress them. You just want to acknowledge them and deal with them and turn them into that positive, right? And there you are. I see you. I hear you. I feel you. But you're not going to stop me. I know I can do this, and I'm determined now more than ever. That's where you are in a month. That's what I got. That's what's up. That's what's going down. Now, the Nine of Pentacles is still here. So if this is a relationship reading, you're still not fully committed. The Page of Wands. You're not moving too fast. You're moving forward strategically. So you are still single. You're not married. You're not committed. You're in the Nine of Pentacles. So you're still getting to know this person, but there is a strong element of determined to make it work and determined to let this person know, you're interested, but you really want to take that slow. So you're interested in really getting to know that person, really working on it, and really building that foundation from the bottom up. Right? Only fools rush in. You're just taking your time here, Capricorn. That's what I got. That's what's up. That's where you are in a month. You're battling those negative thoughts, but your manifestations are coming to fruition, so you're starting to see the progress, and that's a beautiful feeling and a beautiful thing. You're starting to accomplish your goals. Basically, you're getting what you want. That's how we end the reading. So Capricorn, I hope you enjoyed your reading. I do hope it resonated and benefited you. And as always, if you like your reading, if you like my style, I do ask that you like, comment, subscribe. It does help my channel to grow. So thank you, Capricorn. I always appreciate your support. And let's close your reading off with your final message. Just a final message for Capricorn. What do we have? Almost everything will work again if you unplug it for a few minutes, including yourself. So take some time to unplug today. Turn off your phone, shut down your computer, and reflect on your energy level. How do you feel? And do you need to prioritize yourself more? That's what I have. I truly wish you the best of luck. Until next time.